Oh. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, and good luck. 15 seconds have passed. I'm going to breathe for 8 seconds. And then I'm going to tell you the message. In less than 2 minutes, this entire mail call will be done by my own accord. Maintenant. Thank you, Pablo07740. Okay, 43 seconds. the pressure's on. I'm drinking sport tea to make sure that I have the maximum brain power because I lack the talent and the time to be brief. Batterie faible. Charge restant. 10%. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Watermelon love. I took notes. Exactly. Thank you. We are training our brains to recognize and work with the flow of chi. I've split it up into farty chi and sparkly chi. If someone has issues and they're very unpleasant to be around, it's easier to tell them not to fart up the chi than it is to be like, you're making everybody really uncomfortable. There are ways to go about doing things. Okay. We must circumvent outdated presuppositions and strengthen senses while developing and trusting new ones. Akan has plans. I do. We can develop synesthetic senses while trusting the new ones and circumventing the outdated presuppositions by, getting rid of the outposts in your head. That's how to do the best Christopher Walken impersonation. This was really smart. Take out all the punctuation like as if you were Faulkner. And then put exclamation points in very strange spots. Okay, learning and problem solving is interconnected. So once we learn how to enter a flow state, 7th floor, we can access our own DNA. From there, you need a lot more bendy than bunchy, let me tell you. That door will close like... Do I snap with my middle finger? It's amazing how fast this healed with Meta Honey. Thank you, Ernie. Yeah, you do. You snap with your middle finger, right? Like that. 3 minutes and 23 seconds. It's still under 420, so that's all that matters. I got it all. It's called Applied Unifying Theory. Applied Unifying Theory of Grid Dynamics. Applied Unifying Theory of Grid Dynamics. Theory in quotations because while everyone was like, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, I was like, okay, I have an idea. I'm going to go left to right on this puppy, and while you're saying I can't do it, I'm going to do it. And then by the time you're farting up the chi saying she's crazy, whatever, blah, 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 I will have done it. It will go from a gerund in the present tense to having been something that happened already. Past. Preterite. I have already done it. It has already happened. It is already done. It is already doing itself. Exactly. Festina lente. Yep. Love wins every time. Death has no dominion. So it's a construct of the mind. We're in, all of us, right now. Everybody. This is the part that's the projection. And the carbon-based part makes it feel real, and that is technically, yes. Other than that, though, all the other presuppositions are no bueno, Lorenzo. I mean, there was a time that they believed that dirt on the skin actually kept germs out. Mm-hmm. You know? It's a Renaissance revolution with the word love spelled backwards in a stylized and, I think, slightly pretentious and on-the-nose fashion, but I'm not flying this thing. Mm-mm. It's interactive, which is the part that people are going to have the most difficulty with. It is not some kind of Rubens painting. It's kind of more like an Escher. Confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is a cruel mistress. Please mind the gap. You are going to be required to hold two seemingly impossible ideas in your hands at the same time while you all the way across. And it's kind of like the perfect shot, you know? The perfect free throw. Exactly. Both your legs are firmly planted, right? You feel, so that when you land, it's about landing. It's not about going up. Most players, they'll too soon. You know what I'm saying? But what's funny is, I don't know what I'm talking about right now, but humor me, please. Backspin. Okay, my fingers, this is my right hand. I actually shoot with my left, because I do both poorly. But if I shoot with my non-dominant hand, I will have an excuse. Fingers on the seams, backspin. Don't let it go until you're at the top of your leap, not the up, not on your way up, not on the ascent, but on the because it got mixed up with the word offense. But at the top of your jump, backspin, follow through. Opposite of that sound, not a brick. Whoosh, a swish, a silky. Why do I say all that? Because if we give it a context of basketball, it's going to be something that the brain can then use the transitive property to model. Is that my left? Yeah, that means I actually think that's as good an idea as any. Is this thing on? It goes without saying, please, Paul Ekman's everything needs to be, that's like 101, okay? Because you have to know what's going on, and most of that's not conscious. There will be times I'll say something and I'll be like, ah, I obviously have absolutely no confidence in what I'm saying. Matter of fact, here's contempt. Yeah. We're watchers and we're watching ourselves, as we do all the other aforementioned activities. But we're right on time, and we have 12.5 days until applied unifying grid dynamics doesn't need the word theory anymore. And you're going to be glad that you had the extra 21 days to neuroscaffold your prefrontal cortex to accommodate that extra. The opposite of that. You're leaving that behind.